But when you see this house, you'll see why I felt comfortable. So let's go take a look though. Well, what's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going on a long drive, as always, a long journey to the other side of town where we just bought 2 properties. One of those it's a little exciting. I'm a little nervous to share with you guys because we kind of ventured outside our comfort zone, but there's a lot of money to be made and I'm excited to share it with you guys. So let's get filled up, let's get out of here, let's go take a look. All right, what's up guys? We have made it to the, Jesus, I'm really close. What's up guys? We have made it to the first property here. We are in Friendswood, Texas. Like I said, this is, I thought it was an hour and a half. It's actually only about an hour from my house. This is a property we actually bought last week, and the seller, they just needed another week to move everything out. And she left the key for us. And since we were buying 2 properties out here, I waited to come get started on it. But this is actually gonna be a light deal. But let me take you guys inside and take a look at everything. All right guys, I'm gonna give you a tour. Unfortunately, the power is not on. I thought she was gonna leave it on. She just left this weekend. But this is a really newer home. I think it was built in like 2013. And a lot of the comps, man, I mean, it's builder grade stuff, but this stuff is still selling. So like really, I'm probably just gonna repair the cabinets. I think the comps, they still have this type of countertops, which is just like old Formica type stuff, but it's a really solid house. So my goal honestly is to just do paint, carpet, like minor repairs. This lady, this was a SEO lead. She found us, and yeah, it's so crazy how this deal worked out. My son, actually, I never come to Friendswood. You know, we did do a property out here a couple months ago, but I don't normally come out here. And you know, she was actually available. She was like a nurse, so she had weird hours. My son had a lacrosse tournament and she was available at that time, so it's just crazy how it worked out. All right, so we can see better out here, but yeah, Ben and her had the most rapport because that's, you know, he handles the acquisition stuff. And you know, she had given him a number that was a lot lower than what we agreed on, but I think after talking with her son, she had a number that she wanted, so we made that happen, or we got as close as we could, and she was just really happy. She had read all of our reviews, so that's why it's really important to get testimonials from your clients, guys, because it speaks volumes to other people. And we get, you know, so many leads from SEO, and they're ready to do business with us because we already have people that have written how we took care of them during the process. So just very important. But yeah, we agreed on $210,000 for this house. Homes in the neighborhood, like I said, nothing super crazy, or selling for around 280, 285. So the goal is to put about 5 to 7 grand max and just relist it, and hopefully it'll sell for around 290. But I really like Friendswood. It's a growing area, and this house had just like so much potential. Let me show you guys real quick the outside. So like AC is only like 2 or 3 years old. She had the roof replaced by insurance, so it's only like 2 or 3 years old. She already had foundation done at some point. I actually need to ask her about the warranty because they typically do lifetime. So yeah, we're just gonna get this bad boy cleaned up and keep it pushing, guys. Like, this is what we call like a light flip, but it's gonna be very beneficial. Now this next property I bought from a wholesaler, and the sellers are still there for like a week. I honestly did not find out until after I closed, which they probably did that on purpose. Anytime you have a seller that stays in after closing, you want to do a lease back just so you have some type of leverage to hold them accountable. But when you see this house, you'll see why I felt comfortable. So let's go take a look though. All right guys, stop number 2, and this is the house that we bought. And if you know, we're not in a cheap neighborhood, so this is the surprise, guys. This house was $500,000. And I'm gonna give you guys a quick walkthrough because, like I said, the seller is here. I'll show you guys what it looks like and our plans for this house, and I'll break down numbers when we get through. Now, like I said before, the reason that I couldn't really talk about this property inside is because the seller was still there. I bought it from a wholesaler, and initially I didn't know that someone was still gonna be staying there, but he's staying till the 9th. But being a higher tax bracket, I know we're not gonna have any issues. I just met the seller, good guy. But I actually bought this deal off of Facebook, guys. I've actually bought 4 properties in the last 2 weeks, strictly from Facebook. Free leads, just having urgency and moving quick. So I saw this lead, they posted it for $420,000, and I wanted it immediately, and I almost had it agreed to $460,000. Well, of course the post blew up because knowing Friendswood, knowing the area, this was a hell of a deal. So I ran comps, and this house is actually worth around $850,000. And I was like, hey, look, my man, I built a lot of rapport with him. He's not from Houston. I'm like, just let me know where you need to be to make this happen. And eventually he gave me the last look, and we locked it up for $500,000, and then we did a total loan for $600,000. So I got $100,000 at closing for the rehab. We should be getting started in the next week once the seller moves out. But I'm really excited. And normally, as you guys know, Ben and I only buy at $350,000 and under. The reason that we took this risk is because A, my lenders have a lot of money to spend right now, and then number 2, it was such a great deal that I just couldn't pass on it. And sometimes you're gonna have to venture out, and it makes me a little nervous, but I know the numbers are good, and as long as you buy a really good deal, things seem to take care of themselves. So yeah, I'm excited, guys. $500,000 flip. Like, I've never, that's like 3 or 4 houses for us. It's just, it's nuts. It's nuts. But we're growing. We're buying a lot of properties. We're going to make it happen. We're going to make a lot of money. We're going to keep it pushing. But now let's go look at another house that I bought. We actually, Ben's at the closing, or will be at the closing in the next little bit. And it's actually going to be a hotel deal probably, but it's an interesting property. But let's go take a look. All right, change of plans. Since my man knew we were closing today, he was being a good person and brought me the key. However, Ben's going to closing, not me. So we're gonna go check up on the progress of my rental. As you guys know, we're getting close to being finished there. So we should have a lot of progress, maybe even a new bathroom in the garage. But yeah, let's go take a look, guys. All right, guys. Third stop of the day. Here we are at the rental. Once again, as you guys can see, we have the garage closed in. And I'm pretty sure we have a lot of progress on the inside, so let's go take a look at that as well. All right, so if you guys remember, we have the floor cleaned here. We're gonna have carpet down here. We have the framing up for the new bathroom. However, it's not been completed yet. That's actually what they're working on this week, running wiring to that. And we have cabinets in. We have granite in, and yeah, it's coming along, guys. Coming along. Doors painted, everything's been painted throughout. They still gotta clean this floor. And we have new flooring here in the bathroom, so that's good. And just gotta get the vanities, a mirror. As you guys remember, this is already tiled up. So yeah, we probably have about another week on this one, and we'll be wrapped up here. All right, so now that we've gotten the updates here, we might as well make it as productive as possible and go check on our A-leaf flip, Salsworth. As you guys know, Cinnabar, we actually already listed. It had about 30 showings over the weekend and sold at $11,000 over asking. So the market's still hot even with the rising interest rate. So don't believe what people are telling you. But let's go check on Salsworth because it should be finishing soon. And seeing how quick Cinnabar sold, I can almost guess the same thing's gonna happen for this property too, because they're only like 10 minutes away from each other. All right, guys, last stop of the day is the Salsworth property, like I showed you guys. And we were supposed to be finishing this one this week, but the only thing that's really changed since I came last time is they have painted the house and the outside. It's no longer that ugly green color, but there's not really too much difference to show you guys than from the last video. But once it's complete, I'll do a full walkthrough and you guys can see. But I think you guys have seen enough houses today. I know my life isn't that exciting, but I like to share with you guys what's going on with the projects, the new things that we pick up, and just everything that happens in my life, because there's been so many things happen even today that I just wasn't able to film, that have came up, problems to overcome, contracts to sign, just so many things. But I'm headed home now. I appreciate you guys hanging with me. If you made it this far, I truly appreciate you. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications, because I'm dropping weekly videos. And if you're not already, make sure you're following me on Instagram and TikTok. Until next time, peace.